Half a century ago, Muhammad, Musa, Ali and Heimanot traveled from the other side of the world to a place called Barneveld, the Netherlands. At that time, no one could imagine that 50 years after their arrival in the Netherlands, an anniversary seminar would be hosted by an organization called Aeres Training Centre International.
First of all, I have to say I'm very honored to stand here because it's a real milestone those last 50 years. Since 1972, 50 years of practice-oriented trainings here in Barneveld and worldwide. We now have entered the second half century. Although it's difficult to predict what this era will bring us, I wish that we continue to contribute to equipping our students with the knowledge, skills and mindsets needing to help ensure sustainable and resilient food systems in a complex world.
50 years ago, when this institute started with international training, it was more about teaching the knowledge and skills of Europe to the international students. Quite quickly though, because we always have been very much application-oriented, practical, we included also the situations which were more applicable for the students back home. Now we go a step further. We want the students to assess their own professional situations and find solutions for them together with us, which are more applicable for their professional situation. Our strength, I guess, is to allow students to experience here in Barneveld or elsewhere that you don't need magic to get good production. You do need common sense, you do need dedication, but it doesn't have to be rocket science as long as you are willing to accept simple skills and be dedicated.
And so the little food produce cannot go around the huge population that we have already. In some parts of Africa, we are faced with challenges of drought, flood, insufficient rainfall. But sincerely, we have to accept the fact that agriculture has a lot to do with our survival. We depend on the white-collar jobs and encourage our children to become engineers, doctors, lawyers, computer scientists, to mention but few. While there is neglect in the studying of agriculture, it's almost a taboo for a child to tell his parents that he wants to study agriculture. But today in Nigeria, an average earner spends more than 75% of his income in buying food. This is the price we have to pay for neglecting agriculture. When I came back from Barneveld, I started a pig farm in a farm settlement in order to achieve the objective of Aeres, which is learning by doing. We have over 50 pig farmers in the farm settlement. My main objective of joining this cluster of pig farmers is to teach them on how to house the animal, care and manage their pig farms very well, and how to make pig farming as a sustainable business that can help in solving the challenge of protein in Nigeria. It's high time we move fully into mechanized farming and understand the science of farming, which Aeres Training Centre Netherlands has been doing to assist and help Africans.
During the past 50 years, we've become a smaller organization, but at the same time, we have developed more collaboration with our regular education in the Netherlands. So, as being part of Aeres, being part of a big educational organization, there are many connections. And we cooperate with vocational education, we cooperate with the applied universities, and I think that's what makes us stronger.
The United Nations has defined 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which all make sense. Obviously, Aeres Training Centre International does contribute to ending poverty, realizing food security, quality education, of course, economic growth and related goals. Though surely we cannot contribute to all goals directly. Still, a goal like gender equality is seemingly difficult for us to focus on, as most professionals in livestock production are men. But we do nominate as many women as possible for our courses.
Yes, agriculture production and livestock production also in Africa has a risk, as anywhere. But with a proper training and a common sense, you can overcome these. So when you start in small scale, because interest rates are high, making huge investments quite expensive, there are plenty of opportunities for small-scale poultry farmers. Also, as the market is likely to increase, is likely to improve the coming years. And do realize, profit margins in many African countries would make any European producers very jealous.
50 years of international education in Barneveld, a true milestone. A milestone that marks half a century of dedication to delivering high-quality practical education in the field of poultry and pig production, animal feed and the emerging field of insect breeding. Nowadays we also conduct trainings nearly all over the world, and we are involved in many tailor-made projects, whether independently or through collaborations with partners and our extensive alumni network. Over 5,000 students have had the opportunity to strengthen their knowledge and skills along this journey. We proudly look back to what we have achieved and learned over the past 50 years. And we are highly motivated to contribute our part towards a future-proof animal protein supply in Africa. How? Via our proven learning by doing approach, together with educational partners, NGOs, governmental organizations, but most important, our students.